Assalamu alaikum. My name is David. I'm French. I'm a French guy, and this is my story. Yeah. So my story is that I left Paris about around 2 years ago, 2 years and a half, and like backpacking with my bag. I left Paris walking. I thought I would go to the south of France, and then somebody told me, "Oh, go to the Pyrenees. It's nice," which I did. Then I ended up doing the Camino, the French Camino to Compostela, and from there I stayed there 4 months. From there I went to Morocco, Mauritania, Senegal, and I'm back in Mauritania, in Nouakchott, capital city. Because I got some job offers, and I was like, why not? And it's a good country because and they speak French, so it's they speak English also, but main language would be French, and that's about it. Yeah. So the channel is called Les Touaregs du Futur, the Tuareg of the future. It's because when I arrived here, I met like people from the desert, Tuareg people from Mali mostly. They are refugees in this country, and so I was kind of helping them, with their shop and with their craft or how to get to be known and stuff like that. And but it took time too because, to be honest, at the first I was like, when I left Paris, there I was a comedian. I was struggling to, with my life, with getting some cachet. Cachet is when you work one day, and with this you collect cachet, and then the government gives you money, and so on, and you're running after casting. So I would always be like very well shaped, very this, trying to fit, because I would get mostly like a job for being a policeman or a doctor or whatever. And actually, with I worked with English people or American people, and I would get more good stuff, like real stuff, because they are not so cliche. And also because I didn't start being professional young, so it's not so easy to get into the business when you are already in your 30s, whatever. And also I was more occupied for some stuff. I had some addictions to fulfill too at this time. So I wanted to be an actor, but at the same time, and also, I did some stand-up comedy. I did some stuff. So anyway, back to my million refugees Tuareg. So yeah. So I ended up here. I got a job offer to work in an oasis, but it was more like a mirage or an illusion. So I didn't do it. And also because people, they see you, they see that you have potential, so they want to use you in a way. And you're naive. You're thinking, okay, why not? And then you're like, I don't like it, because I was going from, I don't want to be working, I don't want to have a boss, I don't want to be like, and I would be like stuck with this guy who's used to go like this to his staff, to his everyone. Anyway, so yep, here I am. So talking about shit, really, but it's difficult for me, the exercise of speaking English, because it's been I speak English, but it's just that in front of a camera, whatever. Anyway, so I ended up in Nouakchott, Mauritania. I left Paris 2 years and a half ago, like I said, and because I didn't want to be, it was more. First, it was more like, okay, how far will they go with that? Because that was weird, like what's going on? And in France, we had the lockdown. We had two lockdowns, long ones. We then had the curfew that lasted around 5 months, from January till May or something. And then we had the vaccine obligation. We couldn't go to bar, we couldn't do nothing. So I was like, okay, so how far will they go? And then I took that as an opportunity also to just think, okay, I'll go, see what happens, maybe 3, 4 months, and then I come back. And then, well, and then it went the way it went, and after that, I was like so relieved that I could, when they dropped, the obligation, the vaccinal obligation. When they dropped that, I was like, okay, so now I had the opportunity to go to Morocco. So I just took it, because I got, like, before I would think, oh, I'm never going to be able to leave the country. And actually, I the good thing was in Spain, because in Spain it was regions only would decide, not the whole country. So some regions were for the vax, some weren't. But actually, I ended up being in Compostela in Galicia, very nice and very Gallic, Gallic Spain. It's kind of weird actually because you don't expect that. You're used to think of playa, of South Mediterranean, and in Spain, when actually the north is more like I don't know. You have like the mountains. I remember it would be snowing. We would be like in chalet, in front of the bonfire, and also the music there. They're doing the I don't know the name. I'm this kind of guy who never knows any name in the thing because I'm French and I don't give a shit. So anyway, and there, so yeah, so I finished in Compostela. It was nice. I met a guy hobo from Czech Republic who left me stay in his habitation. That would be in the forest, and I was taking care of his dog, James Brown, and well, that's about it because I'm tired now. So because I did the same in French, so it feels like repeating myself. So maybe I'll just wait another day. No, I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna pause that. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much. If you liked it, if you think I'm a nice guy, this is my little kitty from Mauritania. Yeah, so I'm trying. So now, yeah, to make a long story short, I ended up in Mauritania Nouakchott. I got many job offers, blah blah blah. I actually stayed. I ended up staying in a in an apartment, like just cooling down and just not caring about anything else, but taking care of that one. And after that, at some point you just have to get out of your nutshell. So I met some nice people from here, some people who make crap, some stylists, people working in upstairs, anything. And here, the money doesn't come like that, so they have to be doing many jobs along with their own passion. But sometimes the passion is left behind, and well, it started there. I started helping the Malian, the Tuareg people. I actually met a guy. His name is Sheikh, and he was actually he had a little role in the movie Timbuktu from Abderrahman Sissoko, I think. Sorry, French. And yeah, and so well, because I was an actor, and so well, I'm still am, but whatever. Just saying that for the producer. So anyway, yeah. So I met him. So like there was some kind of course, because I could see his dream and all this shit, and also because he's done that 10 years ago, and since then nothing. Nobody came back to him asking him how are you, whatever. He was staying in the camp because before they could actually come to Nouakchott, they are kept in camp. They can sometimes come and go or something like that, but and also because they don't have anywhere else to go and to be taken care of. When you have no money, you have no issue, and you're young. So anyway, he came here now, so he's been living here. So I've been helping him and some of his friends, and I've met some people in the music industry too, and so I'm trying to, but also because that was the end of for me. I had some money, but I don't have more money. I ended up renting this nice house, which I'll show you later if you want. And well, I started thinking, and also I met some people who talked about helping. Like they have kids called talibé here. It's kids from the street. They beg for money and food and stuff. Most of the time they don't have cap. They are burning under the sun, and they are barefoot too. So yeah, and also animals, because the animal condition here is they don't they are complaining about, sorry, about slavery, or they are saying, yeah, you did that, but look at the way you treat your animals, or the way you treat even your brothers, whatever. But anyway, it's another story. But yeah, so that's why I've got the little kitty. And yeah, so I thought, why not have use house, do something, you know, animal stuff, blah 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 blah. Also, Mauritania is a very interesting country. With great potential, like I said. It's very new for everything. It's between Morocco and Senegal, so it's like it has to. And Nouakchott is like the, I don't know the name, the trait d'union in between. And yeah, so I'm thinking of that too, working with tourism. So many things, and anyway, and it's very good for me because I'm soothing and curing and whatever, and it's been a long journey. I'm telling you. But it's, yeah, so yeah, and also it's interesting because here everybody they all want to go to Europe, and I'm like, no, you stay here, and but it's kind of I get it now because you know I've been here a year and a half, and you know you become like you become where you live, so it's kind of weird too to you know it's not the same way. You can't express that much. Alcohol is forbidden, even though you can find some. But same with cannabis and stuff like that, even though everybody smokes. So yeah, it's kind of schizophrenic because you I don't know, and also you know you end up not what in France I would be like extravagant in a way, you know, because I was doing performing on stage. Also, I would be doing character as a woman, female character, talking about everything. And now I'm like shut. I'm completely shut up. Just in a way I hide myself. But it was interesting too. Actually, you know, it's well, that's part of the journey also to be challenged and not to learn, you know, and you learn when you shut up too. So I guess I'm still learning. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't hesitate to like, to share, and I wish you a happy new moon. Lots of love.